In the Quartermain kitchen, Tracy asks Leo why he's eating snacks she calls processed garbage. Leo explains he gave his lunch away as he's tired of Yuri's peanut butter sandwiches, so he was hungry and he likes these. Olivia enters and tells Leo to go get ready as they have to pick up his friend to go to the aquarium. He runs off and she snacks on his food as she too hasn't eaten yet. Tracy feels it might be time to hire a new cook. Olivia tells Tracy to bite her tongue. Olivia says she may be a little overbooked, but she can feed her family. Tracy says she's spread herself too thin, the Quartermains have always had a cook, and she can't be responsible for feeding this entire family all the time. Tracy says she is going to call an agency for a cook. Olivia says she'll agree to a cook, but she wants to hire them. Sasha stops by the Metro Court to meet Nina, who has been held up. She and Carly chat, and Carly heard she left Deception. Sasha explains with all the changes there, it made her realize it was time to go. She doesn't miss the job, she just doesn't know what to do next, and also has to find a more affordable place to live. Carly asks if she'd be willing to work here. Carly explains Nina sold her half of the Metro Court, and she is co-owner again. Sasha is happy for her and appreciates the offer, but she doesn't know if it's for her. She says Carly being back here and Nina at Crimson feels right, and she's looking for what feels right for her. Sasha says she'll keep this place in mind, and Carly leaves to tend to customers. Sasha texts Nina as to where she is. Later, Olivia shows up and runs into Sasha. She is glad to see her and says it's been pointed out to her that it's time for the Quartermains to hire a new cook. She needs a cook she can work with, not one who bans her from the kitchen. She loves cooking, it's a joy for her, and Sasha understands her as she always found cooking to be peaceful and grounding. She loved her time cooking with her grandma. Olivia knows she's good at cooking and asks Sasha what she says. Sasha asks if she wants her to help interview a new cook. Olivia wants her to be the new cook and goes over her duties. She says everyone will be patient with her as she gets used to the job. Sasha is shocked and never thought she'd end up in a kitchen again. Olivia asks, again? Sasha explains she was a line cook and a substitute sous chef in the Hamptons one summer. Olivia thinks cooking for the Quartermains will be far simpler. She also notes that Cody wouldn't mind having her around, and he comes to dinner several times a week. Sasha says it is tempting and definitely different than what she's used to. Olivia also mentions this comes with room and board, meals included. Sasha accepts her offer. Nina arrives, spots Sasha with Olivia, and asks to speak to Carly for a moment. Carly asks what it is about. Nina says there have been electrical problems in her office more and more frequently. Carly says that never happened before the flood, and the workmen she hired came to fix things. So since she liked their work so much, she'll hire them again. Nina says, one more thing, Jason may have bought the Metro Court back for you, but the person you should be thanking is Ava. Carly asks what Ava has to do with this. Nina explains she hadn't made up her mind to sell until her good friend Ava said it would score points with Sonny. Carly says Ava sandbagged her, and this is a pattern with Ava. She uses people until she has no more use for them and discards them. She says Ava did it with her son, and Ava only wants what she wants. Nina notes not everyone has a Jason to get them what they want, and so much for Carly getting the Metro Court back on her own. Carly asks if there is anything else she can do for Nina. Nina lets her know she signed the divorce papers, and as one ex-wife to another, she thinks Ava is toxic for Sonny. Carly tells her, I don't agree with you on much, but on this I do. Molly stops by Alexa's office with lunch and admits she needs her mom's help with Christina. They sit down and Molly brings up Joss and Christina's fight over Sonny. Molly thinks deep down that Christina knows what Joss said about her dad was true, and now TJ is worried about the stress and impact on the baby. She asks her mom to talk to Christina. They discuss how Christina and TJ are both emotional people, and she feels TJ doesn't trust Christina thanks to her years of talking about her fights with her sister. She knows Christina has every right to be worried about her dad, but she may not be able to handle it if things get worse for Sonny. Alexis asks what Sonny did now. Molly indicates with a gesture that her lips are sealed. Alexis agrees to talk to Christina. At Finn's, he checks on his dad, who promises to take it easy today. He thinks Finn is probably needed at the hospital. Finn says they need to talk, and it might be time for an in-home caregiver. Gregory doesn't need a babysitter, but Gregory doesn't want to entertain this idea, so Finn tells him to think about the next time. What would happen if he collapsed, and Violet couldn't save him? Finn says she'd blame herself. Gregory calls this emotional blackmail, but Finn says that's where they are at. He says when he's not here, his father needs a caregiver. Gregory asks, or what? Finn storms out. Tracy arrives, and Gregory assumes Finn called in reinforcements. She says he didn't, she just came to check on him. Gregory tells Tracy that Finn wants an in-home caregiver for him. She thinks that sounds sensible, but he disagrees. He wants to hold on to what little autonomy he has while he can. She understands that, but she also understands Finn wanting to have an emotionally safe environment for his daughter. Tracy asks Gregory what is more important, his pride or Violet's well-being. She tells him if he wants to live here, he should respect Finn's wishes. Or he could move into Turning Woods and have Violet visit him there. Gregory says she's good, and of course, he'd choose here rather than Turning Woods. She admits if it were her, she'd run to the far corners of the earth to get away from her family, but luckily, he is so much smarter than she is. Gregory says she's the smartest woman he knows. Finn drops by to see Alexis in her office and fills her in on his dad's seizure last night. He says his dad's ALS is progressing rapidly. He told him he needed some in-home help when he was not there, and his dad refused and they fought. Alexis is sorry, though she's not shocked. Finn says he's trying to support his father, but he has to put his daughter first. Alexis suggests he talk to him, so Finn says he will. Alexis directs him to a meeting before he talks to his dad. She says Gregory will come around, and he can't take care of his family without taking care of himself first. She offers him her company at the meeting, and he accepts. At Ava's gallery, Laura again asks Ava how she feels about living with Sonny. Before she can answer, Sonny stops by needing both of their help. He wants to commission a piece of art to donate to the city. Laura asks why he thinks the city would be interested. Laura asks Ava for a moment alone with Sonny, so Ava goes to the back to do some work. Sonny asks Laura what is on her mind. Ava listens in, and Laura asks Sonny what this is about. Sonny wants to leave something behind that his kids can look at one day and be proud of him. She asks what his little girls will think when they find out he almost beat an old man to death. Sonny asks why she's bringing that up. They've been friends for years. Is she turning on him too? Laura says she's only telling him the truth, which is the least he owes his kids. He says if Donna and Avery ask him about what he did, he'll say he lost his temper, and he regrets his actions. Laura doesn't see signs of regret in him. Sonny says Cyrus is no victim, and he should be in prison till the end of his life. She scoffs that he's in no position to judge. He wonders why she cares, and she's only known Cyrus for half a minute. Sonny says they are family through Spencer and Rocco, and he doesn't know why they are talking about this. Laura explains she has looked past a lifetime of crime and violence regarding him, and she can't anymore. She can't turn a blind eye to his crimes and the people he's hurt and killed. Donating to the hospital doesn't make what he's done go away. Sonny asks what he is to do, confess to what he's been accused of. He has done far less than Cyrus. She notes Cyrus' crimes don't absolve his. Sonny can't believe she's making him the bad guy here. He's done everything he can to keep the bad guys from coming after his family, including her. Laura says at some point he has to be held accountable. She tells him to think of his children and what happens when Donna and Avery are old enough to know he doesn't for a living. Sonny says he'll do what he always does, do everything to protect them. Laura asks who will protect them from him. She didn't want to have this conversation here, but asks him to think about doing the right thing. She tells Sonny the city won't accept his donation while she's the mayor. Laura leaves and Ava returns. Pretending to be shocked, Laura is gone, though she listened to the entire conversation. He says Laura won't accept his offer, and she can't get past what he did to Cyrus. Ava says it was Cyrus' fault. He provoked him. Sonny says he's been good to Laura for so many years. He thought she was loyal, but now he guesses not. On the next General Hospital, Christina talks to Dex. Nicholas asks Ava if she's in love with Sonny. Valentin assures someone that Anna won't be a problem, and Anna fears to Jason that she's putting the entire investigation at risk.